Thank you for the follow. Sincere. Yo, what's up, Slack? Oh, crap. Hold on. Let me grab that sword. Okay, what's up? Yeah. Sorry, my wife just is texting me right now. Hello, Father! Yo, what's up, Ace? I'm very big today? Yes, I'm quite large today. She's just texting me. Okay. Yo, what's up, Banana? Bananer? Burnaner? She can hear my caps, it's okay. Not good. Well, you know what, Banana? That's what I'm here for now, so that's what I'm here for today. So, before we get into that, this is the sword my wife bought me for Christmas that finally showed up. It's a long sword. Try and get it all. There we go. It's pretty sick. Pretty good size blade. Try and get it all on frame. It's very sharp though, so I'm not gonna mess around with it, play around with it too much. But there you go. It's like a like a really dark blue leather on the scabbard and on the COD is just too sweaty. I just want to use the Ion. I just want to play and relax the COD, but that's not. Yeah, you can't relax in COD anymore. That the days of relaxing in COD are over. They're all gone. Gone forever. Pretend tartan as well. That's right. They're fleece, so they're very very warm. Probably too warm. I'm kind of burning up right now. I have the balls. Yeah. You were talking about Dragon Ball Z earlier. Oh, there they are. These things they're pretty big too. 4-star. You can see it, kind of. The lights are really bright in here. If you guys want me to turn them down, I will. But yo, what's up, Bowd? If there's anything else back there you guys want to see, just let me know. I've got a bunch of stuff in the room you can't see as well, but I also have that. I don't know how well you can make that. Well, yeah, you can see it when I got the light on. This freaking right here, this huge sword. That thing is gigantic. Just don't pray. They don't like. It's an airsoft gun. No, it's an airsoft gun. It's always in frame. You guys never noticed it? It's not real. Twitch. Hey Twitch, it's not a real gun, okay? What's up, Brian? Twitch, it's not a real gun. It's fake. Oh, I'm big today. True, that's true. Usually I got the little cam. I guess it. Well, actually, it's probably out of frame on the little cam now that I think. Is it out of frame? Yeah, I think it is. Wait, why did I just realized my camera got shifted over. When did that happen? What the heck? No wonder you couldn't see it. Normally my camera's like this. I don't know when it got shifted over. When did that happen? Interesting. Anyway, normally it looks like that. This is new? No. It used to be like that. I don't know what happened. What's up, Opix? Yeah, I got the Overwatch sign, and I got a tiny little Reinhardt right there. Yeah. Little Reinhardt from Overwatch. Somebody, I think my wife bought me this. Oh yeah, Opix. Here you go. This is a long sword my wife bought me. There's no shout out command? What? I'll have to fix that. Yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff. I'm a nerd, so. Go watch Monkey. Pretty okay. Hey, there you go. Pin that. Since I don't have shout out command on. Oh. Yeah, that's. Oh, and I forgot. If you look right behind those, I've got the Katana and Tanto from Ghost of Tsushima. Jin Sakai's sword as well. Does that sword have square off? What does that mean? What do you mean, does it have square off? Sorry, I don't know what that means. Maybe I'm stupid, but... Oh, the Ash of War. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't in Elden Ring mode. Does it have standoff the Ash of War? No. Maybe. I guess if you're good enough. Hold on, I probably need to turn something on for the TikTok brains, or they're not gonna use L2 on the sword. Be here chilling while you edit? Nice. Alright, hold on, let me... turn the music off on this. Let's resize this here. What the heck? Why do I have like a background and crap going on? There we go. Okay, there we go. What will we do about the Cabal on Mars? I don't think Opix has played, Am I playing? No, I'm not playing Resident Evil 4 today. I'm just talking with you guys for the most part. Alright, Slack, hold on. I got you. New SMG dropping vid tonight. Hopefully nice. Is it good? I guess if you're dropping a video on it so quick, it's probably pretty decent. What is that? It is sparkling ice caffeine. So these are like a soda alternative, I guess. There's no sugar in it. It's got like fake sugar and stuff in it. It's supposed to be a little better than a regular soda, but it's decent. You're here to tease Monkey? Alright, guys. This is a little peaceful game where it's super basic, right? Basically, you just combine 3 different size buildings and that makes a larger one. So this is going to be in the background for people to not get too completely bored visually, I guess. But this is really for me to hang out with you guys and talk to you, and you tell me whatever. We can talk about anything, everything. What's going good, what's going bad, work, school, your boyfriend, I don't care, whatever. We're here to talk about everything. The world is pretty bad. True, it is. So we should have plenty to talk about. Let's not talk about that one? Okay. Whatever makes you guys feel better. Oh, hold on. I forgot. It's therapy time. I dropped my headphones, though. Ah, it's stuck. Stupid wired headphones. Love wired headphones, but they get in the way of everything all the time. You know what, guys? The first one's on the house. The first one's on the house. Alright? You know what? It's a little bright in here for this. Oh, also, guys, I fixed my emotes finally. They don't have a black background anymore, and I changed the subscriber badges. I don't know when those will kick in. It doesn't... It looks like they're not updating on my end, but I don't know if they are for you guys or not. Let's turn the lights down just a little. How's that? Yo, what's up, Waffle? You're playing Schedule 1 right now? So I can't bother being here right now because my friend Loki... Wow, that's crazy, Waffle. Thanks for sharing, buddy. Alright, so all the emotes are fixed, but yeah, I changed subscriber badges to where they're not... They shouldn't just be the crappy little star. It should be actually customized for the channel, so I don't know when that's going to update. Unless it's already updated for you guys, but it is not showing for me. It's just showing the stupid little stars. The totally 13-year-old Waffle, for real. It's me, but small? Okay, so it is working for you guys. It's showing a star for me still. Well, good. I'm glad it's working. Also, if somebody volunteers to talk about whatever you have going on, whatever issues you have, if you volunteer to talk about it and don't mind other people hearing, you can join me in Discord, and I'll put you into chat with me, and we can chat for a little bit. So, if anybody wants to do that, tell me in chat and go into my Discord and join the Waiting Room. It's a voice channel called The Waiting Room. I forgot how to play this. I think I just click. Waffle should do it. Yeah, Waffle needs therapy, but he's too busy making and selling drugs. So, Daddy and Grandma Counseling Service. That's right. That's right. And I'm state employed, so I don't have to charge you anything. Why the heck is the background all, like, jacked up on size on here? There we go. That's better. Daddy Lou records. Dr. Daddy Lou, here to talk about all your problems. So yeah. You know what? I need to add chat to this big screen here. Hold on, let me do that. I'm gonna add. I don't know where to put you guys. How about up here? Stick you up there. That looks good. All good, Slack. Go get you some rest, brother. I'm just happy you came at all. W stream today. Sorry, I know COD sucks right now, especially on day one of a new update. So, you think 2 days ago we were guessing where Banana is from? So he's here. Oh yeah, Banana. I forgot. Where are you from? Yeah. We couldn't remember where you were from. Of course, Opie. I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for all of you guys. Like I said, you guys want to talk about anything, we'll talk about anything. South Africa, that was... Okay. No reason. I don't remember. You were in chat or something and left, and we were just talking about it. No real specific reason. Yeah, there was somebody from Brazil, and we thought maybe it was you, but I couldn't remember if it was you or somebody else. I can't remember who was from Brazil. Yo, Ethan. Huge. Thanks for the 3-stream streak. That was GK? Okay. Oh. Actually, hold on. Let's see. My wife said she was going to pick up some dinner on the way home, so I gotta figure out what I want from Sonic. Do you guys have Sonic? Where everybody's from? Do you guys have Sonic? Is that normal? I don't know if Sonic exists outside of the U.S. I'm feeling like it probably doesn't. I'm feeling like it's a U.S. only restaurant. But Sonic's like a drive-in instead of a drive. They have a drive-through on most of them now as well, but it's a drive-in where you drive in, you park, and you're next to like a menu thing that you push a button on, and then you order through that, and then they walk it out to you. But there can be like, they got like, 40 or 50 stalls around it that everybody parks in individually, and then people like eat there a lot of the time. Instead of leaving, they'll eat there. Like an old school, yeah, like an old school American drive-in kinda. Used to have in Canada in the Toronto region though. Yeah. I'm not surprised if they were in Canada, but I'd be surprised if they were anywhere outside of North America. Just give me... Alright, hold on, guys. There you go, 100K to everybody. You haven't seen anything but McDonald's and KFC? Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of those around here, obviously. I think I have, like, in my town, I think we have, like, 5 McDonald's. And 2 KFC, maybe? I'm in Kentucky, by the way, for those that don't know. United States, I'm in Kentucky. So, home of KFC. Actually, I think KFC was actually started not in Kentucky, but... Bowed. W. Hey, Banana came out pretty good. He's 3rd on the leaderboard now. Raising Cane's? Dude, Raising Cane's is delicious. I love their sauce. It is so good. And their bread. Oh my god, their like toast or whatever is so, so good. Hold on, guys. Actually, oh yeah, I gotta figure out what I want. Tell my wife. I'm thinking I want some like chicken strips or something. Maybe I'll just tell her to get me a 5-piece tender or something. It's not come as a meal. Maybe it's a combo. There we go. Tell her to get me this. Alright, I texted the wife. I'm done screwing around. Sorry. Alright. Stream elements access suspended. What? This keeps happening on TikTok, and I don't know why. TikTok will just suspend my chat. So, goodbye TikTok, I'm turning you off. So I can't see the chat anyway. Every once in a while, it'll just say my Stream Elements account has been suspended from TikTok, and I don't really know why. So maybe TikTok doesn't like me multi-streaming or whatever it is. I have no clue, but that's the second time that's happened in the last week. So then I just have to turn off TikTok chat. Yeah, TikTok's stupid anyway. I can talk bad about TikTok now because I'm not live on it. TikTok sucks. Anybody who's on TikTok, don't come back. Just go to Twitch. It's a million times better. Ooh, sorry to hear that, Brian. You want to talk about it? You're gonna kick him? L TikTok, yeah, L TikTok and L Stacy and L Chemox. Only people on TikTok are actually... Hey, guys, you know what? Speaking of TikToks, we could watch some of mine. My TikToks aren't brain rot. My TikToks are awesome. Because they're just clips. They're just clips of me playing Battlefield for the most part. That's rough, Brian. I'm sorry to hear that. I have been in a similar situation, we'll say. And it is, it's a rough time. TikTok's the most overrated app in history. Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. Instagram's better. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Actually, I know it is. Let me get some, here, let me get some tunes going. We'll do some, relaxing. Sometimes you still see it happening in your dreams, and also when I space out, I feel you there, Brian. Sometimes there's some things that no matter how hard you try, it's always going to stick with you. Yeah, you should be earning points every 5 minutes, I think, is what the shortest limit is, I'm pretty sure. Just check every once in a while and make sure that you're getting points. I don't remember how many you get, but... You almost got unalived when you were in primary school. So, I was going to say funny story, but it's not funny, I guess. Back in high school, I was at a football game. American football, for those of you that are not in the U.S., American football. And a guy I knew came up behind me and grabbed me from behind. and I didn't know what he was doing. He grabbed me from behind and put a knife against my throat and held me there for a while. He thought it was very funny. It turns out he was high on some sort of drug. Didn't really know what he was doing. Luckily, some other friends of ours were around and made him stand down. But so that's the closest I've been, probably, in that type of situation anyway. Unless you count driving. Driving in the U.S., you almost die all the time. I also sort of drowned when I was younger. Where I did, you know, I didn't completely pass out or die or whatever. Anabolic. Hey man, I'm just trying to get some peaceful, you know, some relaxing music going for us, okay? Maybe I can help some of you guys just, what do you call it? Lurk and fall asleep. You were hit in the back by friendly fire, hit a plate, fun deployment. That doesn't sound fun at all, Muska, but unfortunately that happens a lot more than you hear about, too. My father was in the U.S. military for 38 years. He was on many deployments. In one deployment to Afghanistan, he saw a lot of pretty bad stuff, but in relation to that, unfortunately, a lot of their guys were hit by some friendly fire at night by some guys who were uphill from them, couldn't see them at night, and unfortunately they got a couple of their guys. It may or may not have happened in that country. Yeah, that's where a lot of it has happened, unfortunately. You've been shot at, jumped, and through some tough times, but you choose to be better for everyone I care about because life is too short. Brian, couldn't have said it better myself. Absolutely. Absolutely. You almost got caught in a gunfight. Really, Banana? That's crazy. So, I don't talk about a lot of stuff that I've done in the past, but I will. I don't have any problem talking about it, but I used to work for my local police for a few years, back in my early 20s. That was awful. I don't recommend it. Everybody hates the police. They treat them really bad, and so it's kind of a vicious cycle. Always respect the police if you can. I know there are bad cops out there, but it's one of those things where the saying goes, bad apple spoils the bunch, and it's completely true. You get one bad cop and it makes them all look bad. So we do need to do a better job of policing the police. I will say that. But in general, most cops are good people, at least around here. I know that's not true everywhere and in every country. Really? The one guy said run, and you think he passed away too, huh? Well, at least he did something good before the end, Banana, and made sure you got away. I also was in the military, the U.S. military, for a few years. However, I was a firefighter in the military, so I never had to shoot at anyone or be shot at, luckily. I was putting out fires. That's how it was, because you grew up the hood. It was always tough, and you were homeless twice, but I try my best to help others. You don't hate cops, especially the good ones, because you come from a military family and have my respect. That's awesome, Brian. Always appreciate where you came from, and don't forget it. Just remember, for every bad cop you hear about, there are probably 5 others that have done something really good and saved someone. Again, I'm not saying they're all good. I know they're not. I know they're bad cops. But if we keep perpetuating the cycle of hating the police, and then the police always feel unsafe and insecure because everybody hates them and treats them bad, then it's just going to keep going. We gotta start somewhere on turning things around. Police have gone from a hard shift, and it used to be, at least in the United States, it used to be the motto for police was to protect and serve. They're supposed to protect the community and serve the community. But now it's changed more, a paradigm shift to where it's law enforcement. So they're more enforcing laws rather than serving, protecting. If we get back to a good place where we can all get along and respect each other, then I think we'll see a big improvement. Hating in general is bad and unnecessary. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're from Algeria, so you think you can 100% believe your story? Yeah, man. I know different places are definitely worse than others. You don't live in a safe area. The police are afraid to come here sometimes, but I make the best of what I got, because there are people that have it way worse than me, always. No matter how bad you have it. And I know nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear, well, somebody has it worse off than you, but it's true. There's always somebody who's worse off. Yes, with what happened in Minneapolis, unfortunately, it's only going to make the cycle continue. So I say it's a vicious cycle. Here's the problem. Again, I'm speaking mostly for the country I live in, right? Because it's the United States, and that's what I have the most experience with. But you get a constant cycle of, you get a bad cop, everybody hates them, nobody wants to get along with them. They don't want to comply or hang out and with them. They want to treat them bad, and then you get people who don't want to be police anymore because they're A, underpaid, B, severely underappreciated. So now we're getting more people into being a position of a police officer that probably never should have been. And so now we're getting more police, and this includes ICE, right? This includes all the different law enforcement agencies. You're getting people who should have never been a cop to begin with in those positions because it's underpaid and underappreciated. Everybody treats them bad. So you're not getting the good people that really should be in those positions much anymore. You have to really, really, really want to be a cop in today's world. No immigration paramilitary. Oh, you're talking to Brian. Okay, sorry. Hold on, I think I missed something. You never will because you've been in some very bad stuff because of my own actions, but I can't hate on no one because I want everyone to be kind and love and respect each other. And even though I say this with tears in my eyes, but I proudly say that I grew from who I was. Absolutely. You can never forget. It doesn't matter good or bad. You can never forget. Riots and looting. A big problem too is education. We're not properly educating. We don't have a good culture raising people to do the right things and to respect law enforcement, that type of stuff as well. So it's a problem on both sides. Yeah, and Muscat, unfortunately, it's not the last time that's going to happen either. Being a cop is death sentence by you because of corruption. Yeah, I know it's really bad out in some countries. The U.S., it seems really bad, and it is in some areas in the U.S., but it's much worse in other countries. We don't need to be perfect, just better. Absolutely, absolutely. Just being a little tiny bit better each day is all we need. Oh, did I miss one? All right, my bad. I got you. Delicious. Not really delicious, but it's okay. It's better than drinking a full-fat soda. Yeah, guys, I when I was younger, I wanted to be a cop. You wish for a slightly less goody two-shoes Starfleet? No, it was a joke. It was a joke, Banana. It just doesn't have sugar or calories. Well, I think it has 5 calories. 0 sugar and 5 calories. I just call it full fat soda when it's full of sugar and calories and stuff. Yeah. Now, we got some unhealthy stuff here, but we don't have fat in the soda. At least not any that I know of. I'll be angry, Janeway. Alright. Since I'm married, give us advice on dating in general, and how do you know the one is the one? So, knowing which one is the one is really hard to say, because I think it's a little different for everybody, and I know it's really cliche to just say you just know, but it's true. Because I didn't understand until it happened to me. Advice on dating. So the first thing is, yeah, you just know. You just know. When it happens, you will know. But as far as dating in general, right? So here's the first thing. This goes for men, women, men who want to date men, women. It doesn't matter. If you're pursuing somebody and they tell you no, no means no, right? You hear that a lot. But there are exceptions. There are people who will say no, but they still have an interest in you. Now, it's really hard to tell you when that opportunity exists or when they really mean no, which means get away. But it's usually pretty obvious. You can tell. Persistence is sometimes will pay off, right? But persistence is not the same thing as harassment. There's a fine line with anything to where persistence can become harassment. Just in general, people will make it very clear if they have no interest in you, and you just need to learn to take a hint. But there are some people who say no, but they just mean no right now. And the reason I even bring that up and say that at all is not to give people false hope or to get you to go after people that have no interest, but my wife definitely turned me down. Not when it came to marriage or anything like that later in our relationship, but early on in our friendship, she turned me down a few times. But I could tell there was something there still. And obviously it was, because everything worked out. Me and my wife get along really, really well. Not to brag, but we basically never fight. I mean, we really don't. I don't know if that's crazy or not, but we've been together for almost a decade now, and we just literally never fight. How many times did I try? It's hard to say. It's not really like something you can count. It's not like you walk up and say, "Hey, be my girlfriend," and they're like, "No." It's not like that. It was just something that kind of evolved over time. You always try because it's better to try than do nothing. Originally, when I was younger, I wanted to join the Navy and eventually tried to become a Navy SEAL, but too many health complications stopped me. Yeah, being a Navy SEAL is super, super tough. So I didn't say, but the reason I'm no longer in the military and no longer doing the police stuff, that kind of stuff, although I wouldn't be a cop now anyway, but the reason I'm not doing that anymore is I suffered a back injury when I was in the military and had to have some surgery on it in my early 20s, and ever since then, I haven't really been able to do stuff where I stay on my feet all the time or carry around or lift heavy stuff a lot. Hopefully I have enough to go to flight school so I can make money and move out of this country. Yeah, Banana, that would be sick. Where, Banana, if you could leave, where would you go? It's all by circumstance. I never expected to meet my wife on COD of all places, and it was love after the first love. There you go, Brian. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you did. I actually met my wife through my job when I was a mechanic. I worked for Sears Automotive, which Sears doesn't exist anymore. They're a bankrupt company, but they used to have an automotive division. I worked in Sears Auto. My wife worked in Sears, the retail store, back when we were in our early 20s as well. So that's how I met her. Timing does have an effect. I've known Charlotte since 2009. We hit it off quite early as friends. Her whirlwind self worked super well with my weird flavor of tisms. I was my ex then. I would only see her maybe 5 or 6 more times, and we wouldn't find another again until 2018. By 2019, it sort of just happened. That's awesome, Muscat. Thank you for sharing. I hope you do too, Banana. It's very cute. Muscat and Charlotte are they're a good combo. You can tell. You can just tell. You're right, Lou. There's this girl I know, and we like each other. We always talk, but she did ask me if I want to actually start dating. I turned her off because I was confused and unsure. After that, she started being distant, and that sickens me a little. I get it, Bowed. I get it. And we always have regrets too, right? We always have regrets. But give it some time, give it a chance. Maybe she'll come around if that's what you want. Maybe she won't. Sometimes you miss your opportunity, and if you did, guess what? That just means it wasn't the right one. It just means it wasn't the right one. I met her on COD World War II, and we hit it off on Sea of Thieves. Awesome, dude. I wanted to love Sea of Thieves so bad. I wanted to love that game so bad. But I just get too angry when somebody swoops in and murders me when I have so much loot that I've been collecting for hours. Absolutely, Brian. Agreed. It will happen, Bowed. It will happen when it happens. If you were ready for that relationship, you would have known it and you would have said yeah. But you weren't ready, and that's okay. And more often than not, in a male-female relationship, they put everything on the female, right? Like, it's whenever she's ready or whatever she wants, and if she says no. But it goes both ways. You play Sea of Thieves with me, and we can be pirates together. See, here's the problem, Brian. I don't know how you play it, but I'm just too nice. I don't like to sink other players unless they start it. I'm just that kind of guy, I guess, when it comes to Sea of Thieves. I actually played one time where I spawned in just completely alone, and there was a full group of 4 at port, and they had just called their ship in, and I went and hid on their ship. And then once they sailed away, I came up onto the deck just playing music, and they almost killed me, but then let me live, and I just played music for them for a while we sailed around. That was really fun. You've been struggling with crying. I used to cry a lot, but now I can't even cry anymore. Banana, crying is totally fine. I actually basically never cried when I was younger. Like, hardly ever. It was super rare. The older I get, the easier I find it to cry. I don't know if that's something that comes to old age or not. But the older I get, the more easily I feel like I can cry. But as far as not being able to cry anymore, it'll happen if you need it. It'll happen if you need it. You're a PvE player and a Pirate Legend? Sweet. I love PvE in that game. It's very fun and relaxing. I don't like to kill people unless they deserve it in that game. Lily, the first night she moved in, we were both exhausted. She played Stardew Valley in bed as I dozed off. That was 2019. What a great first night. My wife was just playing Stardew Valley the day before yesterday. Maybe, I don't know, a couple days ago, whenever it was. She's been playing it a bunch lately. Depends on your age. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, when I was all the way through my teens, through my early 20s, I never cried about anything. I wouldn't even cry at funerals and stuff. But now I'm a big baby. I'm turning into a big baby. This is 2026. I doze off while she plays modded Stardew on the Steam Deck you got for her. See, Muscat, it's come full circle. What a great relationship. No, it's not your average first night, but it sounds like a good one. It's okay, Banana. Sometimes it's hard to let it out, but it will come along. Absolutely. Absolutely. Playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 and my wife fell in love with my piloting. Impressed her with the pilot skills. Nice. Whoops. She'd spent countless nights over before that. Sure. Yeah. It's pretty normal in today's world. In most countries, anyway. The bot just doesn't like you sometimes. Alright, what am I doing here? Is this separate? I haven't played this game in so long, I don't remember what's going on exactly. Nice, Bowed. It got sick of you losing. She said I was the best pilot she'd ever seen. I would go on a 30 streak and get the Millennium Falcon and wreck people. Nice. I used to love Battlefront. The first Battlefront, I played so much. I loved it. Second Battlefront came out, put a bad taste in my mouth with all the freaking loot box bullcrap, and then I just stopped playing it. I know it's a good game now, but it just really ruined it for me on launch. I'm usually the person people come to, but no one ever there when I need a shoulder. But it's like I feel that I need to sort out my things alone. I've done it my whole life, so why not continue? Because you don't have to, Banana. Because you don't have to. It's very commendable that you're the guy that people need, that people can come to. That's a big deal. But sometimes you need it as well. And that's what this is for. That's what I'm here for. That's what all this community's here for. If you need anything, Banana, you can always reach out to me. Anytime. You had a game with Vader's tie advanced. People were so mad they left the lobby in troves. 114-0. Oh my goodness gracious, Muscat. I was never good enough in those games as a pilot. I didn't fly enough. I barely flew in those games. I used to love flying in like older Star Wars games, but in Battlefront I almost never flew. Of course, Banana. Anytime, buddy. That's the whole point of this specific stream as well, guys. It's the whole point of this specific stream. You wish Xbox didn't wipe the old... Dude! Me too. I had like over 100 amazing clips and things from Xbox. And it absolutely... I can't believe they deleted all that stuff, man. I'm very sad. I'm very sad. Sometimes we all... Wait. What did I miss? Oh, yeah. Okay, sometimes we all need somebody to be there for us because love is always needed. We humans always need social activity so that we remember we are still human. True. Look, I'm pretty reclusive, right? I am home most of the time. I don't go a lot of places. I don't do a lot of things out in public. And I'll be completely honest. I don't really like people in general. That sounds weird, right? But, like, the average person that you'll run into out in public, I usually don't like them. I don't get along with that many people. So it makes it really weird that I'm streaming, talking to all you guys, but for some reason, it's just different. Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say it like that. But I'm an old girl, but you can reach out to me as well. Yeah, Muscat's here for you guys, too. She's very wise. We'll just call her wise. But yeah, here I am streaming for you guys and talking to you, and you know what? I'm enjoying myself. So this is my social interaction. Not calling me ancient. It's because most of us need our comfortability zone. The thing is, most people are not the type of people I want to be around. Exactly, but you know what? A lot of people who are coming to Twitch streams and hanging out with us and hanging out with the Monkey community and everything like that, they're usually cool people. We're all like-minded individuals who are showing up. That's probably why we all get along so well. It's what I told Monkey. But otherwise, Banana, I completely agree with you. That's why I'm not really a social butterfly. I don't go out places. I don't go to parties or to social events. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs. I don't do anything like that. That's just not me. You're getting old too, and I try to be as understanding and loving as possible with my old grumpy self. Yeah. Yeah. True. True. How you act, behave, reflects on the people that come to you that choose to stay. Banana, you do though. Maybe just not in person. The advent of the internet and being able to meet people like we are. I mean, without Twitch, without gaming and Twitch and stuff, I would never talk to you guys. I would have never known you existed, right? And you would have never heard of me, known I existed. Yeah. So, it's wild to think about. You guys are coming from all across the world. And we're hanging out, talking, chatting. People from all across the world that would have never met otherwise. It is crazy if you really think about it. Monkey is good, Monkey. So, I'm glad you mentioned that. So, OPIX is awesome, guys. I mean, so, let's just put it this way. I've been streaming for a couple years. My stream has really gotten stagnant, right? My channel growth, I don't do enough on the outside. I work full-time job. It's an excuse, right? I have my wife and full-time job. I can use that as an excuse all day long. But I don't do anything outside of Twitch, hardly, to really help build a community. So my channel has grown really stagnant. I've been sitting, like, at around the same followers for, like, the last year. And I was right on the edge. I was right on the border of quitting streaming completely. Legitimately. Until one day, OPIX started streaming. And he started streaming on YouTube. And that's the only reason I knew about it, because I hardly ever looked at Twitch, because Twitch just grossed me out, because I was just having a rough time with it. So I saw him on YouTube, and it made me come to his Twitch stream. And I started hanging out with OPIX, and we played Battlefield together, and just hanging out with him and his super awesome community has renewed my... It's renewed my passion for streaming, I guess. And so I've been streaming a lot more, and I feel like things have been going a lot better. And it's all thanks to OPIX and a lot of you guys who came from his streaming community. So it's really all thanks to you guys as well. But I give OPIX a lot of credit as well. But don't tell him that. You're going to make his... you're going to give him a big head. Yeah, same for me, Lou. I don't get along with people. I got a few friends, 2 or 3, honestly. I never understood how somebody can have a big circle of friends. Me neither, dude. I've got the same few friends that I've known for 20 years. It's like the same few people. And I never see them anymore, because as you become adults, that kind of, unfortunately, just goes that way a lot of the time. But I love you guys, because y'all are like my family, and I'm glad I met all of you. Me too, Brian. That's why I was saying OPIX is such a great guy, right? He's not like, your typical COD streamers. Most of your Call of Duty streamers are insufferable. I just can't stand him. But Opix is a genuinely nice guy, and he's got a genuinely good heart and genuinely good community. And I literally never watch Twitch streamers, ever. The only one I watch is Opix, and then the people I've met through Opix, like Slack and Moz and Avalon and those guys. The way I'm outside is way different than I act at home. The fatigue I get of acting is horrible. Banana, unless you absolutely have to, stop acting. I know that's way easier said than done. I know everybody's got to be a little different outside the house, but try and start working your way towards being who you really are. If that's feasible. You're more introverted because of what happened to me. Me too, Brian. Yeah, 1998. So for those of you who don't know, I was born in 1989. Yep, Moscat's a little bit older than me, so 4 years older than me. Hopefully I will change. I can't stand other COD streamers. Opix is just the best. He really is. I don't even like Call of Duty anymore. The only reason I even played it at all recently is because watching Opix made me try and want to get back into playing a little bit. I watch you, Monkey, Slack, and Moz. W. Lou, if Monkey heard about this, he probably will get a blue screen from how small his brain is. Oh no, Opix is here! Same for me, I don't do this stuff but then came Ammunition and everyone from the Armory. Yeah. Ammunition's, she's awesome streamer. I love you too, Opie. Yeah, I mean, Bowd's not wrong. That's fair. Opix, at the end of the day, brother, you brought all of us here. All of us here right now, you brought all of us together. We wouldn't be here without you. Alright, Opie. Good luck. I'm excited to see your video later. Absolutely, buddy. Yeah, stay hydrated. Sorry, I was texting my wife back one more time. Alrighty. It's gonna suck, but if you make it far into the video, you'll hear me lose my shit. I'm looking forward to it. It's not gonna suck. I've never watched one of your videos and thought, man, this sucks. Not once. I want to thank Monkey for meeting you all. I love it. We're the bestest family in the world. Absolutely. Banana, look at that. Look at that. You said you couldn't. What's happening? You guys stop. You're going to make me cry. I don't want to cry right now. What are we cooking here, Avalon? We're cooking some feelings, Avalon. We're cooking some feelings. We're cooking some love. Dang it, you got me again? Alright, I'm going to finish this one off, and I'm going to have to get another one if you guys do another one. Ah, thank you, Avalon. Thank you. I'm cheered. And some late night Nuja pizza. I love pizza. Of course, Brian. Anytime, buddy. I want to start doing these kind of streams more often. I've always been so. I've never done one before. Induya. Okay, it's pronounced Induya. Okay. So I've never done a stream like this before, guys, and I'll be honest with you. It's for a couple reasons. One, I was a little afraid that nobody would want to show up for this kind of stream. And I was a little afraid that I would just be sitting in here in an empty room talking to myself. And number two is, it's because I didn't have enough people show up to my stream to do it anyway in the past. I'm not telling you that to feel bad or anything. It's fine. It's just, it's the reason I've never done one. But if we can get people to show up and talk like this, I will do these every week. Because I love this. I love talking to you guys. I want to do this. That's right. It's a big W because we all need to come together. I agree. I wish we could get some more people here. It's hard to just let go and let myself cry. I'm always supposed to be the one looking out for people. But thank you guys. I love you all. I love you too, Banana. It is. Especially, it's constructed through history and society, right? Where if you're the man of the family, you gotta be a hard man. You can't show feelings. You gotta be tough. You gotta be the Rock. But at the risk of sounding like a weenie, men have feelings too. Men are allowed to be sad. Men are allowed to cry. Everyone is. Even if there's no one in your chat in general saying how you feel about yourself is a good thing. Guys, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. Everybody has. So I'm not going to whine and cry about it. Because that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to talk about you right now. But I'll tell you anything you want to know. This also, you can consider this Q&A. You can ask me anything as well. But, yeah. I love you too, Banana. Yeah, Brian. That's right. You guys are the bestest. I haven't even touched this game yet. I keep getting distracted, which is good. Luke and I have 1 million. We're all emotional beings and need to express ourselves. It's a good thing. You're still strong, never weak. I'm scared of the USA once again provoking a war, but this time it isn't against a small Middle Eastern country, but against NATO, and that will be our civilization's end if it escalates. Avalon, there's always a risk of war. There's always somebody wanting to fight somebody. The US likes to get involved in everything. But I don't see it happening. It could. Anything could happen. I can't predict the future. I can't see the future. But I think that's a very small chance of something like that really happening. You got to remember, we change president every 4 years as well, and it won't be long before that's on the horizon as well. I wish I had people like you, IRL. Banana, this is real life, and we're here for you, okay? I don't care about the internet. I don't care about different countries or allegiances or any of that crap. Frontline therapy. There you go, Avalon. You know what? If I'm forced to fight, I won't be. But if I was forced to fight, I'd pick my own battle. Let's just say I'm very prepared for a lot of things. We'll just leave it at that. You guys have feelings and you shouldn't be scared of expressing yourself. Going through hard times, good times, you need to be comfortable with your vulnerabilities as well as your strengths. You need to trust yourself and trust the people around you. Absolutely. And when she says the people around you, that doesn't mean the people right next to you in the same room. That can mean anyone. Doesn't matter if they're on the other side of the planet from you. Same goes for friends or love, Banana. Absolutely. Always got your back. Brian, you're the man. If you respect your friends or partner's intelligence and communicate, you will find common ground, you will grow. Absolutely. There's no way it's been an hour. Are you serious? I thought we were talking for like 10 minutes. That's crazy. That's good. That means we're not bored, right? I hope you guys aren't bored. That's wild. I cannot believe it's been that long. Jeez. Guys, I wish we could get more people in here. Because there are a lot more people that need to hear this. Yeah, for real. You're bored, but because of work? Yeah, I get it. I get it. Hopefully I'm not adding to your boredom. That's right. You guys are the bestest. Time flies. It really does. Oh, bowed. Yo, what's up, Waffle? I got you. I got you, Bowed. We have one of the waffles. We watch you to escape being bored. Hey, man. I'm just saying. This is a different kind of stream. I'm just making sure everybody's all right. Everybody's doing okay. Make some virtual tiny bro. I hope you guys keep your drug manufacturing to in-game. And I'm not talking about you, Waffle. I'm just talking about everybody who's playing that. Alright. Let me check my points. Let's see where we are. It's rigged? Alright, let me check and see if it's rigged. This'll tell us for sure if it's rigged right now. No, it's not rigged. I lost all my points, so. Therapy and gambling and talk about making drugs. What a stream for sure. Hey, you know, gambling these points could be a kind of therapy for some people. But in all actuality, guys, don't gamble. There's a difference in gambling for fun, like playing a game with you know, some buddies, or like doing some quick gambling for fun or whatever, just as a little thing. But please don't gamble your life away. Don't put you or your family at risk by gambling money you can't afford to lose. Trust me, give me 1 million, it will work. I just gave you 100 grand. It didn't work at all. It makes me realize how much profit you can make by drug dealing. Also, only make money by gambling in Schedule 1, now that we're speaking of gambling. Keep your gambling to video games. How about that? To video games and Twitch and stuff like that. Only winners know when to stop. Yeah, true. You're right, but you could even make 100K work. Yeah. Gambling is not worth it, guys. I mean, it's called gambling for a reason, and actually gambling, like, especially when you're talking like lottery and stuff, it's unwinnable. It's unwinnable. You're not gonna be that guy. You're not that lucky. Trust me. You're not gonna be that guy. Only gamble if you know the money you put on the line doesn't hurt your life quality. Yes, agreed. So, like, if you want to go out and in the U.S. we have what's called the Powerball. Say the Powerball's $300 million and you want to go buy a ticket just to put your hat in the ring or whatever, and that's fine. But don't go spend all your savings on it, right? Because you're not going to win. You're not going to win. Investments are a different kind. Investments are a calculated risk. Investments can be very smart as long as you do it correctly and don't put all your eggs in one basket. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to say that right now, okay? And I'm not a licensed therapist either. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up front. But, yeah. But what if I have enough money to buy every single Powerball combination possible so I'm guaranteed to win? Then you'll win less money than the possible combinations, Waffle. I only take risks on investments. Oh, yeah, sorry, I read that. By the way, even guaranteeing a win on the lottery doesn't guarantee you get all that money either. Because what if 2 or 3 other people win? Then you have to split it. Yeah, generally, Waffle, though, the lottery usually doesn't get high enough to get all combinations. Usually it's not high enough. And if it is, again, you're not guaranteed because, again, you could be really unlucky and 2 or 3 other people could win at the same time. So it's never really worth it. You're going to sound like one of these annoying people, but Charlotte and I don't really use possessives. Sure, we're married and monogamous and all, but we rarely say we're wives like my wife or whatever. We just use our names or nicknames to refer to one another. This relationship is a mutual thing. We don't own one another. We choose to be together. We found that this was the path and the best one for another and for ourselves as individuals too. That's great, Muscat. And there's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't tell other people that they can't, right? Because that would be a very annoying thing to do. And I know you wouldn't, but I'm saying this in general for everyone else. Lou, to be honest, I never gamble IRL. It's just Twitch. Good. If you remember that you have agency and self-love, it's easier to be open and vulnerable, but also respect your partners as well. Absolutely. And yes, no gambling IRL. Again, playing something that involves gambling for fun for a little bit is not a big deal, but throwing away your savings, putting you or your family's well-being at risk, putting your home at risk, putting your job at risk, anything like that, unacceptable. The only thing a therapist is doing is taking my money. Well, that's why my services are free, unless you hit an ad break. Sorry about that. Does the U.S. have a tax for lottery winnings? Yes, the U.S. heavily taxes lotto winnings. Heavily. So, say, we'll call it $1 billion. Say there's a lottery for $1 billion, and you take the lump sum, you're going to get maybe 400 million, 400 to 500 million, which is still a lot of money. And that's what you should do if you were ever to win. But they take a huge amount in taxes. The only good thing about the lottery, say like the Kentucky State Lottery and stuff, is all the money that people spend goes to public schools. So you could argue, oh, I'm not gambling, I'm paying for the public schools. No, you're not. But at least they're doing something pretty decent with some of that money. You love doing blackjack at my friend's house and we don't actually gamble. I used to play Texas Hold'em with my friends almost every week, and that was really fun. And we did gamble, but it was like $10. Because people don't play seriously when it comes to Texas Hold'em. You have to bet with like chips or the game doesn't really work. And if you have no money on the line, everybody would just go all in every time and it wouldn't be fun. So we did for like $5 or $10 or something, just to put a little stake in it back when we were teenagers. You love how Twitch has no effing idea how to advertise to me? Yeah, they don't. They just... It's like they don't collect any information on you. They just put on random crap. Are ads even turned on? Yeah, ads are turned on. They only run 3 minutes every hour, and they run all 3 minutes at once. And I did that because I found that people liked it better that way, rather than having a 1.5-minute ad 2 times every hour. Yeah, ads are turned on. If you're not getting them, I don't know why you guys are cheating the system. Never got an ad on Lou's stream. It's turned on, and what's weird is if I pull it up like on my phone, it'll show ads are running. So I don't know why you guys are freaking got ad blocker turned on or something. Lottery in the UK is tax-free. I only buy a ticket for craps and gills when Euro Millions is over 100 million. It tops at 250. Yeah, I mean, it's fine to do that. That's not... It's technically gambling, but it's really not. You're not throwing a bunch of money away and putting yourself in a financial, a rough financial situation by doing that. In Germany, there's no lotto tax, but something else stupid if I win the lottery and would decide to gift my kid above 400K of it, they would tax it. Yeah, we have gift tax here too, which is one of the stupidest things in the world. I know why they did it. It's to keep people from paying somebody for something and calling it a gift, to try and get around taxes, but still stupid. If you're a sub, you get no ads? Correct. If you are a subscriber, you don't get ads. But I don't think Banana or Bowd are subbed right now. I'm watching on mobile. You barely lose anything when buying a ticket. Exactly. If you're going to, like, Vegas and you're spending all your life savings on a freaking, what do you call it? On slot machines, okay, that's different than buying one lottery ticket because the lotto's at a big number, We have inheritance tax. We do too. So in the US, there's a tax for literally everything. Everything. Anything that involves money or property, you get taxed on. I have to pay tax on my car every year. Even though I've owned my car for many years, I still have to pay tax on it every year. Not all states are like that, but Kentucky is. Would hand out gifts, but I can't pay through Google right now. Oh, don't worry about it, Avalon. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. The only reason I like Gifted is so you guys don't get ads. Excise tax sucks. Taxes sucks. I don't know. What's that one? Yeah, don't worry about it. Why can't all countries be like Dubai? They have no taxes, I guess. So, I mean, look, you need taxes. Taxes are a necessary evil. Nobody likes taxes. I don't like taxes. There's the monkey tax. Watch stream. Lost brain cell. Lou, if you ever play Schedule 1, go to the bus stop and jump on the back of the bench. I watched Smitty and those dumb morons do it, and it was hilarious. Freaking shoot up a million miles in the air. I have no desire to play Schedule 1, though, if I'm honest. It doesn't do it for me, so you'll probably never see me play that. But taxes are a necessary evil. You need taxes. You need taxes to help pay for infrastructure, like roads and things, right? There are a lot of taxes that are wasted. Now, I'm talking about the U.S. again. I'm not going to talk about everybody else's economy because I don't know about their government and their economy. I'm not going to pretend to be that I know. But in the U.S., we have a lot of taxes for a lot of stuff that's wasted. A lot of it's embezzled. A lot of it goes to line pockets of politicians and crap. A lot of it is misappropriated. If we could get a handle on all of our taxes to where they actually went where they're supposed to go, we probably would get taxed a whole lot less. And you telling me that you own your car, paid and everything, and you still have to pay tax? Yes, every single year. In order for me to drive my car on the road, I have to pay tax on a used car every single year to the government. Yes. The flight glitch, yes. The flight glitch was hilarious. On the overside, everything is private owned. IRM is CUSID by AM is taxes. It is. Germany gave Peru $44 million for my tax for bicycle roads. You know, yeah. I mean, at least they're trying to do something nice with it, but I hate to say it, guys. At the end of the day, a country's taxes should be used to take care of its own citizens first. Okay? I'm not against humanitarian efforts and helping other countries and helping other people, but that should be something different. You're in the 45% tax bracket, which I wouldn't be mad about if I was used for what we need instead of being given to banks, bailouts, billionaires, wasted products, corruption. Yes, thank you. It's exactly the same here. I don't know what tax bracket I'm in, because they change crap every year. The U.S. is really confusing. They make it confusing on purpose. They want you to mess up your taxes so they can come take more money from you as a fine. We have retired people living in the street because the social income is too low and they hand out money to every other country. Yep. Welcome to the modern world and welcome to... Yeah. The U.S. does the same thing. They'll have, like a U.S. veteran, you know, military veteran living on the street, not taking care of them, but they'll go hand out money to another country for something they don't really need. Or to line, you know, like I said, a politician's pocket, which is generally where more money goes. Yeah, I have to pay taxes at the end of the year because I make commission instead of hourly wage. Ah, okay. I get taxed heavily every single paycheck, right? And then I also, at the end of last year, I still had to pay the government like another $6 or $7 grand because they just didn't get enough from me through the year. In Algeria, it's around 22 to 25%, so no one's really complaining. I wish 20 to 25% would be amazing. I think I'm at somewhere in the 40s, I'm pretty sure. Government paid for a soccer field to be built. They put millions, but the field was just a dried field with iron fence around it, so all that money went into dirty pockets. Yep, that's what they do. Yes, the government does like to leech off us for tax money, that's for sure. Our president stole money too, that's how bad it is. I'm sorry, Banana. I know that's rough. I would say come to the U.S., but it's honestly probably not all... It's probably a little better, but it's probably not a lot better here. Government corruption is everywhere, though. It just happens. Happens everywhere you go. There's Poland, who has a 0% income tax if you have kids. So the U.S. is really weird, right? So we're one country, but we're 50 states. And each state has, like, its own, like, tax laws and things. So I live in Kentucky, which is it borders Tennessee. Tennessee is on the southern border of Kentucky, so it's just south of me. And Tennessee does not have income tax. They have no income tax. But I do. I have, like, a huge percentage of income tax. So if I moved just south into Tennessee, I wouldn't have income tax. But sales tax is way higher in Tennessee to make up for it, which I actually think is better, because then you're not getting tax heavy unless you're buying more stuff. But, yeah. The divided states of America, as we call it here. Yeah, we're only united when it comes to the military. Military and mutual hatred for each other. That's the only things we're united in. Food isn't taxed, though, unless it's junk food. Correct. That's the same here. That's the same here. So, non-prepared food is not taxed here. So if you go buy fast food, it has tax. If you go buy junk food, it has tax. But, like, regular food is not taxed here. So at least that's going for it. The U.S. is the weirdest. You gotta remember, though, the U.S. is not that old compared to a lot of other countries. And not only that, the U.S. is made up of people from everywhere. It's not like... we're not a culturally pure country. We have thousands of other cultures here. And so we have a really weird mixture of different countries and backgrounds and things that have come together to make up one of the weirdest countries ever. So we got a lot of really confusing stuff. And there's a lot of, like, the U.S. is super different depending on where you are in the country. And that, culturally, government-wise, just everything. The weather, obviously, way different. Your VAT is 15%. You think the U.S. is weird? Don't look at the British common law system. Oh yeah, I know that's jacked up too. What's what's confusing about the U.S. is the laws may not be the craziest, weirdest things ever, but you've got some federal laws, and then you have state laws. So you have some laws that only apply in certain states. And then a different state will have a different set of laws that apply only in that state. So it's very confusing. Mainly France, Spain, Germany, and some other Asian countries. Yeah. Banana being born in Africa is just playing a game on hardcore and it goes the same to me. Yes. Africa, look, Africa's not great, and it's for a lot of reasons. Unfortunately, a lot of it's from British colonialism is what ruined Africa, but South Africa sucks. I know it's not great there. And France and Belgium, not just... Yeah, I know. It's just everybody likes to blame the British because it's fun. And yeah, I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot more than just... It was a lot more than the British. But the British have, you know, they've done their fair share across the world. You want to visit Cape Verde? Yeah, Cape Verde looks pretty sick. Look, I don't like sweet tea, okay? Yeah, it is. It is. You put you fill up a jug of tea this high, and you put about this much sugar in it. I do not like sweet tea. Sweet tea is gross to me. It tastes like freaking sugary dirt water. Besides Muscat, if you spit in the sweet tea, wouldn't it just make it worse? Wouldn't that just make it sweeter? It's in Northern Africa, and it's where your father's side of the family's from. Oh, that's cool. No, don't run away. Hey, Brian, did you say you were black? I feel like you said that in a stream yesterday or 2 days ago or whenever it was. You are? Cool. Okay. I just couldn't remember. So I'm from the generation where, and it's a little better for Muscat, because the British were always a little better when it came to like African descent. So when it came to black people in general. But, like, my grandparents' generation, a lot of them were really racist, right? It was just ingrained to them. You're a Londoner as well. Yeah, exactly. So even more so, you guys are kind of more used to it. Just to be sure, is racist jokes are fine? So, I'm only going to say racist jokes are... Short answer is no. Short answer is no, racist jokes aren't okay. However, caveat... If you make a racist joke about your own race, I'll allow it. I blame beans on toast for everything. We don't give an F what you are, just don't be a twat. Exactly. Exactly. So, but like, you know, my grandparents' generation, it was much more common for people to be racist. And it's really hard to blame them too, because that's what they were taught. Now, you do have to hold people accountable for their own actions. But by the time it reached my generation, it was much less common. But it still exists now. I'm sure you guys know that. It probably exists everywhere. But in general, most people are pretty accepting nowadays, at least around here. And I live in Kentucky, which is not considered a super progressive state. Banana gave me the pass in exchange for making Nazi jokes about me. Oh, let's not do Nazi jokes. I don't think Twitch likes that. I think they won't like me too much. Let's see. Well, firstly, the Dutch came, colonized us, killed locals, enslaved them, took our land. Made some animals go extinct. Then the British came, mined out resources. Then Germany inspired apartheid, which was a race. Yes, they did. Unfortunate. Yeah, South Africa has had it rough. I mean, Africa in general has had it rough. Out of all the continents, they've had it the roughest, at least in the most recent history. Oh yeah, well, do you have the gritty in Fortnite? No. I don't play Fortnite. I don't play Fork Knife, guys. Sorry. My father's side was brought here slaves, so I get it? Yep. You mean the inward pass? Okay, guys, I'm not giving the inward pass, because I can't, for starters. But, again, I don't think Twitch likes that too much, so please don't. So playing Sniper Elite with this Stickas out was a oopsie. I think it depends. There's a limit to everything, right? History should not be ignored or forgotten. And that was a part of history. But if you don't remember what happened in the past, then they always say it, right? You're doomed to repeat it. And I'm about historical accuracy within reason, right? Within reason. There's certain things that we don't need in gaming and whatnot, but I feel like if you're fighting the Nazis in a World War II game, you're, of course, going to see swastikas. Of course. It's silly. It's silly to ignore that. Like, why? They took the swastikas out of all World War II games, which is silly because they're still Nazis. It's not like they suddenly stopped doing bad things because you took out a symbol in the game. It's silly. This is not a performative statement, just a testament of what London is. My closest friends are Canadian, Irish. Cool. Cajun French. My wife's part Cajun. Cool. Chinese Italian. Turkish Kurdish. And Caribbean British. We're just effing Londoners. Yeah, London's got a really diverse population, which is very cool. I was surprised, though. It was the first time seeing that in German copy since 2005. I think it's because it's people are finally getting around to where it's been long enough that they can accept it. Right? I don't think anybody's really scared that Germany's suddenly just going to become the Nazi party again. Locals were forcibly removed so the whites could live in the good area. There was white... Yes. That happened in the U.S. as well, obviously, and it was here until, like, the 60s or something, man. 50s or 60s. It was like that, banana. We all equally when the tube goes down. True. And just remember, just because a country did something bad doesn't mean that everybody from that country is like that, or especially nowadays, right? If everybody thought that Germany was the worst country in the world because of the Nazis and they still believe that would be crazy. Just to assume all Germans are bad nowadays, right? Except the Frenchies. Oh, lolo. Wait. What do you mean by that, Muscat? Well, you shouldn't have brought it up then, should you? No, you don't need to unmod yourself. I want to go to Germany to learn all the history that I can. Germany's really nice, too. There's a lot of cool stuff there. My dad has been... Unfortunately, I've never been, but my dad has been to Germany a couple times. And brought some cool stuff back from there. Yeah. Charlotte's grandmother on her dad's side was a kinder transport kid sent away from Amsterdam before it all went down. Well, at least they sent her away before that. Hop on Fortnite for real. You're crazy. You'll never catch me on Fork Knife. If you want to visit Germany, don't go to Duisburg? Duisburg? I don't know how to pronounce that one, sorry. Gelsen... I'm bad at German. Gelsenkirchen, Berlin, Frankfurt, and Gütersloh? I probably absolutely butchered those names, but I am playing Fortnite right now because my friend exists. You're carrying. Huh? Then where should I go? Mostly I want to go to Munich. Yeah, Munich's cool. Not bad? Okay. I try to sound things out, but German's a little bit funky, so sometimes I screw it up. The only German I know is Ich liebe dich. Or ich. I said ich. The locals are weird. I guess if the only German I know is I love you, that's not bad. That's not a bad thing, though. Unless I walk around to random Germans and say it, then they might think I'm a freaking... I'm like a psycho. Fahrenhauser. It's like Airbnb, but fully private. Oh, that's cool. Airbnb sucks, by the way. If you guys ever come to the U.S., I don't know if Airbnb operates in other countries. I'm pretty sure it does. But if you guys come to the U.S., do not use Airbnb. It freaking sucks. The only word I know is nine and wunderbar. Rick Toffin says it. I mean, you know... Oh, for mercy, which means outstanding in a wonderful, fantastic sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, so I only know some German from mercy then, I guess. Although mercy is Swiss, right? She's not German. But she's Swiss, right? I know, but I'll take you up on that, Avalon. Guys, I've never been outside of the U.S. But you can forgive me for why, because the U.S. is absolutely mammoth. Massive country. I've been to a lot of the U.S., which is a lot further than going to a lot of countries for you guys. Yeah, but she doesn't really have the horrible accent. So the first time I saw Mercy a million years ago, the first time I heard her speak, I thought she was German. I did not know she was Swiss. I thought she was German. When I have kids, I want to take them to the camp so I can teach them the lesson of the Holocaust so they can understand the history. So in the U.S., we have a really good Holocaust museum in Washington. And I went through it when I was in middle school, and it'll shake you up. You have a small Germany in the U.S.? We have a small everything in the U.S. That's why they call the U.S. the melting pot, because we've got people from, like, everywhere in the world, basically. Monkey finished editing the video. Is it posted? It is? Alright, Waffle, go eat. Enjoy it. Cool. I'll be here, maybe. IR need to sleep. I is R tired. Me I is go. 8 is R to sleep. Love all of you. Thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate you too, Banana. You have a good night, buddy. My grandmother-in-law barely remembers anything from that time. Yeah. Good. Good. Yes, but still I need them to see it with their own eyes like myself, because a lesson like that should never be forgotten. Absolutely, Brian. I completely agree. Unless you were there. And then maybe you want to forget. But there aren't very many people left that were at this point. Was so invested in listening that I just noticed that there is a game going on. Yeah. There's a... I have a game in the background. I just haven't hardly done anything on it because I'm just yapping. Good night, Bowd. Appreciate you, buddy. She was 12 and had to care for her 2 younger brothers who were 10 and 7. That's got to be rough. I can't imagine living around in that time. That's absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane to think about. What an absolutely wild time to be alive. At the end of the day, we're super, super lucky being born in the era we're born in. But her parents and family were sent to the camps, one of which my own granddad opened the gates of when they came across it. Isn't that crazy? My grandfather fought in World War II on my father's side. Unfortunately, he is no longer around. Actually, both of my grandfathers did. One of them, my father's side, he died long before I was born. He died when my dad was a kid. My other grandpa that fought, he, you know, I knew him when I was growing up. But her parents and family were sent to the camps. Oh wait, I already read that. Sorry, exactly, because we were the ones to witness GTA 5 for real. For real. But will we be alive to witness GTA 6? That's the real question. Died at 103. Goodness gracious. Your great-grandfather fought in World War II as part of one of the first all-black tank squads? That's awesome. Well, I mean, I say that's awesome. You know what I mean. It is, but it isn't. There shouldn't have been all-black anything, right? But they did it at the time to, you know, build camaraderie and stuff at the time. It was obvious. It was probably the right choice at the time, but very, very cool. My dad... Now, it's completely different era. I hope they weren't, too. Yeah, the achievement is awesome, not the experience. Well said. Well said. My dad was a part of a tank crew in Desert Storm, which was the Gulf War for the U.S. After the war ended? Okay. The Gulf, what we call the Gulf War, which was Saudi Arabia, around there, back in the early 90s, so it was 1991, I think. That was like a tank battle, basically. A lot of tanks. We had a weird thing in the UK, pubs during World War II, where most pubs stopped serving white American servicemen if they segregated black servicemen from all work. That's good. They deserve worse than that, but good. They weren't. They fought in the Bastogne and fought hard. Good, Brian. Good. Everybody should have the same opportunities. Again, it's not a... I say good, but you know what I mean. Very cool. Very cool. Not good, but very cool. By the way, for any of you guys, I know some of you are already in there, but for anybody who's not in my Discord, you should join. I have a link under the stream. You should join my Discord if you haven't. I've got a bunch of different things in there where you can do pictures and other things, art. I think you can do all kinds of stuff in there. I have a special category for pet pictures. I love to see everybody's pets. Please put your pet pictures in there. I want to see all of them. My great-grandpa was one of the highest officers leading the Defend mission in Berlin, and at the end, he did everything to provide food and safety the hostages the Nazis took, and was one of the only Nazis that were allowed to keep living after the big executions. Again, you know, there's also something else that needs to be said that is definitely not said, hardly ever, if ever. Just because somebody was a part of Germany at the time doesn't mean that they were a bad person. They didn't all do horrible things. I know we as humans like to lump everybody together into one group and just blanket, you know, say, oh, they were all Nazis, they're all horrible people. Absolutely unfair, untrue. Yes, there were a lot of bad ones. We know that, but not all of them. Wrong side by right heart, exactly. Exactly, Avalon, exactly. Nobody knows how they'll handle a situation like that until they're in it. And a lot of people think they would do one thing and they'll do the opposite. You don't know until it happens. Your grandmother always spoke about him. He was my hero along with my stepdad who served 40 years in the military. Good on him, Brian. Good on you. The German side of my family had to flee to Switzerland from 1936. We were two socialist lefty scum. I know you're joking, Muscat, and I know exactly what you're saying, but good. Good. At least they didn't stick around for it. That tends to happen a lot, Avalon. To be fair, you did bring up Nazi stuff in the game you were playing, so maybe that's kind of what started it. All right, that's enough. That's enough World War II talk. I'm starting to sound like an actual unk right now. I feel like old white dudes all love talking about World War II. You posted your little lady Eleanor and pet pics. Ooh, can I show them? Am I allowed to show them? I am? Okay, good. Alright. Aw, I miss my baby too. Oh, so cute. I think you've sent me some pictures of your cat before. So cute. Here's some others that other people have sent. Got some sweet little baby buns. Here's from Smile. You guys remember Smile Taker from Opie's chat? A couple of cute little kitties. This is Kate. Kate is my, she was my first moderator, my friend. Of your Luke, hey Brian, you want to know something funny? We had a wildlife show on the projection screen. She was very puzzled by the weirdly shaped cats, yeah. Peeking under the screen when I was working. This is Vosto. This is his cat, his little black kitty. Vosto has been a member of my community for a very long time. He was one of my first followers. So was Kate, actually, my moderator. My main moderator. Muscat's a moderator too now, by the way. You guys didn't notice, but... Kelsey, this is Kate's sister. We have a dog saved from the Ukraine war and a Croatian street cat that is blind in one eye. I love animals, dude. This was my sweet little baby. Look at her. This is my sim rig back at my old house. This was my old house before I moved. I got a bunch of pictures of her. You can't even tell what she is right here. Look at this cat. I miss my little baby as well. I know, I'm sorry, Avalon. But look at how beautiful she was. She was so fluffy and so soft, and I miss her all the time. I miss her every day. Look at this little baby. Look at this fat cat from my friend Andy Randy. Here she was sleeping against my arm. You guys like my poll? This was over a year ago. Who looks more sinister, Dinah the cat or Johann Liebert from the anime Monster, if you've never seen it? And everybody voted for Dinah. My little baby Dinah. Alright, let's go see the picture. Look at his hair, dude. So Brian, you want to know something funny? It just happens Ellie was only supposed to be a foster. Yeah, well, you know how that works out. You get attached to him. We also lost our oldest cat a few months ago. That little cutie was my girlfriend's companion for 19 years. Yeah. So, our cat Dinah here, she had been with me and my wife for our entire marriage, and my wife got her when she was a little kitten as well, before I even knew my wife. And she just passed away 2 months ago. And then she just had to be a little whirlwind of a tomboy who talks all the time, too smart for her own good, yet completely dumb. Sounds like a cat. Would you guys be shocked if I told you my name wasn't Lou? Would you guys believe that? If I told you that? As a matter of fact, if you're in the Discord, I look like an Alex? No, I'm not an Alex, but if you're in the Discord and you go to, I have an introductions section. And if you scroll to the very top, the first introduction or the pinned introduction, it is my introduction in my Discord. Still hasn't understood that reflection of the skylight isn't mirror universe, Ellie. It never stops being hard to, Brian. Like, you lose one and it feels horrible, and then it makes you feel like the Discord command didn't work. Okay, hold on. Thank you, Musket. I don't know why some of my links are not working through. I don't know if it's, I have bot, what is it? Do I have Nightbot or Botrix? I have one of the bots, and I also have the bot from Stream Elements. I think they're fighting each other. It's okay, Musket. You know, I just made you a mod. You didn't. I don't even think you asked for it, so you don't ever have to do anything. Yeah, I pulled him. Did you see it, Brian? I pulled him up. You just joked about it and then you did it. Hey, why not? I needed more mods. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But you and Kate are my only mods right now. You can do it? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Avalon just joined the group. Let's go. No, you stepped off. Oh, I pulled it up. But, yeah, Brian, guess what? Do you want to know what my real name is? I'm Mod Monkey Stream and also Slack Stream. And my name is Luke. It's not Lou, it's Luke. Should have been more obvious what the name is. Yeah, I know. I don't mind telling you my name. I'm not going to tell you my last name. You could figure it out if you really wanted to. But it is an awesome name, isn't it? I'm named after a dog. Now, so Lou started. I don't know why I went with it, but I used to have a job where I worked answering the phone all the time, and every time I would tell people my name over the phone, they would say Lou, because you know it's always old people, and they could never hear me say Luke with the K sound, so they would just call me Lou, and I'm just like, sure, fine. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Ray's a cool name anyway, though. You posted a meme? Alright, let's see it. Maybe I should just keep this over here for now. O'Reilly, who the fuck can pronounce that? The wee lass gonna be Ray. Yes. Yes, that's funny. I like it. That's funny. I like it. I like it. Alright, well, you know what, guys? I think we've stalled out a little bit. and I'm hungry. So I think we're probably going to wrap this up here. I deem this... Oh, hold on. We got Avalon pet picks. Can't go yet. But we'll be wrapping this up soon. What a pretty kitty. No. Don't... Why'd you have to put that context with it, Avalon? No. She's... Avalon. She's beautiful. Why did you have to put that? No. Oh, I gotta be really careful not accidentally click on something here. That would be terrible. Oh man, just stick it in the IRL stuff, Avalon. Or wherever. It doesn't matter that much. It's okay, buddy. I really love animals, so and having gone through it recently myself, it's still kind of fresh, you know. It's all good, buddy. Thank you for sharing your beautiful fur baby with me. Yeah, just slap it in IRL. That's good enough. Okay, okay. A wagon. Very cool. Very practical. Exactly, Brian. Oh, oh, so when you say future, you mean you already ordered it, and this is what you're getting? Sick. So, I'm not really a wagon guy myself, but I understand them. I totally get liking a wagon. Totally understand it. It arrives in March. Awesome. It's going to be super fun to drive. I love the color, too. I'm a big blue fan. I really like blue cars. Yeah, I'm a two-door. I'm a coupe guy. I'm a coupe slut for sure. Had kids in mind and comfort. Yeah, no, this is super smart, super practical. Queenie, so Jammer, he goes by Jammer, this guy. He's been in my community for a really long time too. He said, "Charge your phone." Oh, here, guys. Let me... Oh, hold on. I gotta see a little... What a little cutie. This is what I look like when I was like 20 years old. This was me when I was, so let's see, this was like 15, 16 years ago. This is what I look like, guys. So everybody gets old, unfortunately, and you get fatter and uglier. I was a pretty handsome young lad. Wow, that's like 2 days ago. If this was 2 days ago, I aged very poorly. No, it's not bad that you want a pet otter. Otters are adorable. Your dream car is an original 350Z? I owned a 370Z. I bought a 370Z brand new in 2020. 2020, 2021. It was a 2020 model year. But I think I bought it towards the end of 2020. This is what my PC looks like currently. This is the one I built 6 months or so ago. It's no longer down here under my desk. It's actually up on the edge of the desk over here, because I've got a really long desk now. This was my backyard at my old house. A jet black 93 Supra. I love Mark IV Supras. This was my LC 500 that I owned for a little while. This was also in my backyard at my old house. I loved this car. I wish I hadn't sold it. This is what it looked like when I bought it. And there was my old IS 300 with a 2JZ in it. And my F250, my old man truck. You're too tall for a 2000 GT? You can fit. You could fit, Muscat. You just have to put like a low-profile seat or something in it. You just have to modify it. You could fit if you really wanted to. If Jeremy Clarkson can fit in a Honda S2000, you can fit in a 2000 GT. Now, it might be a tight squeeze, though, because they're very small in other dimensions. Yeah, I know what a 2000 GT is. It's tiny. I love them. But I'm just saying, if you wanted it enough, you could make it work. Look at the beard I used to have, guys. Look at this thing. You're not going to ruin it. IRM is short, so I can fit. Yeah, you'd be a perfect fit in a Honda S2000 then. But look at this beard I used to have, guys. Isn't that crazy? I used to wear my hair super short, too. Kind of like Opie. This is, I still own this car. This is my 1995 Mustang race car. This is also at my old house, obviously. It's got 13-inch wide front and rear tires on this thing. And it's got a 6-liter LS, if you guys know what an LS engine is. I don't know if you guys are car people or not, but... Thank you. This is like the redheaded stepchild Mustang. This is the one everybody hates, but 95 Mustang was my first car, so... That was my old PC. I owned an IS350 for a while. I sold this to a friend, and he immediately totaled it. And this is my little sweet baby. You don't... Oh, the Fox body? Yeah, it's LS swapped. It's got a TKX transmission, which is like a newer 5-speed from Tremec. No, not... You're talking 3,000... You're talking 3,000 Mitsubishi. The 2000's a Toyota. 2000 GT is an old Toyota. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I got you. It's this beautiful little guy right here. Ooh, not in yellow, though. I hate yellow. Man, that's a sick little old race car. What an awesome car. Guys, I'm going to show you one of the coolest cars ever. Look at how awesome this is. Why? Why you do this? Look at how awesome this car is. This is it's like an Alpha, like an old Alpha GTV. But it's a brand new car. The EV version? Nah, I don't like EV. I know you're an EV person. I hate EVs. I'm one of those freaking stuck-up car guys. Hates EVs. The Hoonicorn? The Hoonicorn was awesome, too. Which one? The V1 or the V2? I like the V1 better. This guy. The V2 is cool, but I preferred the V1. You're sorry? Why are you sorry? I understand electric cars, I just don't want one. Because that's what you have in Forza. I just like the V1 better. I like a big, screaming, naturally aspirated engine more than more than turbos. What Porsche is it? I don't know what Porsche is it. But this is like dream car set. This car, by the way, is like $500,000 for if you ever go to look this thing up. It's like $500,000 US. But this car is awesome, dude. What a awesome little car. And of course the Lexus LFA. Lexus LFA is one of my favorite cars. I know it's not the prettiest car in the world, but what an amazing sounding car. Strong feminine energy for wanting an EV that isn't a specific few cars. Did you know that Muscat is a woman? Is that is that a shocker? You like the way Corvettes look and Aston Martins? So the Corvette to me looks like nothing because I am where they're made. Oh, the Huna Pegasus. Okay, yeah. I do love Aston Martins. I want an Aston Martin. I want a V12 Vantage. Why? What are you doing? Stop it. I actually like the first generation Vantage better. What a beautiful car. Yeah. The Renault 5 iconic as well. Oh yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pull up Ray's car here so you guys can see. You know what? I'm just gonna copy and paste exactly what you said. Let's see if Google can handle it. No, I love the color. I don't like hatchbacks really. I guess is where I'm at. I'm not a hatchback person. There are a few hatchbacks that are okay. Hatchbacks and wagons just aren't really my thing. But again, I understand. I know why people like them. I just don't care for them. Okay. Yeah, the 70s and 80s Vantage is really cool. I'm just talking about new modern Astons. You sent your screenshot in Discord? Oh yeah. Sick. I love a good Mark IV Supra, dude. Crazy cat with a blind eye. Well, your crazy cat with a blind eye is very cute. Pope! Why'd that make me laugh? Pope! Ugh. That's funny. New Astons are no likey. What do you mean? You don't like the new ones? Why? I mean, I know they're not reliable, the most reliable cars around, but what do you mean? They're so pretty. You're crazy. It's smoking hypercars? Good, as it should. You got a new role model. What's that? Nor. Nah, you're crazy. You don't think a DB12 is a good-looking car? I think that's a very good-looking car. The mirrors kind of look funky when they're folded, but... Ken Block, dude, I miss Ken Block. He did all that insane, crazy stuff in all these insane cars, and was totally fine, and then he dies on a snowmobile. Oh yeah. Look, I'm not saying it's more beautiful than one of these, okay? I'm just saying that the new ones are beautiful. You know what, though? You know, what is it, like a 74 Vantage? Looks like a Mustang. This looks like a Mustang. Tell me this is not a Mustang. It looks like a weird modified Mustang. I mean, it's and better too. I don't know. I think I own a Mustang, but I'm actually really not the biggest Mustang fan. But I think a 69 Mustang is a very good looking car, especially something like that one. I think that's a cool car. Yeah. Well, in like the 70s, a lot of Japanese cars looked like baby American supercars because they were trying to make cars that would catch on in the US. Yeah, it was. It's a British Mustang? Yeah, exactly. It looked like a British Mustang. I also like the McLaren cars, but you hate McLaren F1, specifically the drivers on that team. Oh, I thought you meant McLaren F1, the car. And I was going to say, how can you hate this car? This car is so sick. But the F1 team. I got you. Oh, Brian, I owned a 2009 Shelby GT500. And it looked exactly like this when I bought it. It was white with blue stripes and these ugly wheels. And it had a Whipple supercharger on it, which is not the factory one, and it made about 800 horsepower. I've got pictures. Actually, I have a video of it somewhere. I have a video of me doing a huge burnout in it. You want a Honda or S600, 800 so bad? You have a BMW 2002? Oh, nice. I used to have to do tech support for a certain type of fuel injection that a company I used to work for made for a BMW 2002 Forum. That was not fun. I need F1 cars in the next Forza. Does the current Forza not have any F1 cars? Oh, well, you're talking Horizon, right? Because the regular Forza Motorsport has F1 cars in it. My dad drives a BMW. I don't know what model, though. Okay, Horizon. Yeah, I'm not... Horizon's fine. It's not really my thing. Check Discord. Alright, alright. Folk. This is still funny. Why is that so funny? Ooh, that's pretty neat. Is this yours? There's no way. Is this yours? Taken when I bought it. No way. This is really cool. I like the classic motorsport wheels too. Every small car from this era has these wheels on it. They just look so perfect. And I like the rally lights, rally fog lights. Pope. From Jansen Classic, only 26,000 euros. That sounds like a good deal because this thing looks like it's in pristine condition. You'll never sell it? Good, don't. You're gonna be drifting all over Tokyo? Yeah, I heard the new one's gonna be in Japan. That's pretty cool. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what other cars I had. I currently have a Porsche Cayman S. It's an old one though, so it's kind of a piece of crap. But the LC500 was definitely the coolest car I probably had. I've had a few Mustangs because they're dirt cheap around here. I've had a few different other Lexuses, like my IS300. That gray one you saw in that one picture it was a 2004, and it was a manual, a 5-speed manual, and all those IS300s are 2JZ. you know, the Supra. It's not the same exact engine, but it was a 2JZ like in the Supra. Shibuya Crossing? Yeah, like in Fast and the Furious. Tokyo Drift. Yeah. Yeah, they can't have people walking around. They could, what they could do is they could put up fencing, like, on the sidewalk on some places, where they could have people behind it, and it's a barrier that's like an impassable barrier. That way it doesn't feel completely dead. Ooh, sick. I love 911s, by the way. I'm a big fan. 190K. All Porsches from this generation are insanely expensive now. They're just insane. The prices are nuts. All of them. Let's do cars and bids. You guys ever watch, what's his name? On YouTube? Yeah, Doug DeMuro. Thank you. Doug DeMuro. We got a lot of big trucks like this around here, although this one looks really stupid. I don't know why you would slam lower a dually, but... Doug has an extremely punchable face. Yes, and I hate to say it, but Doug's become a lot more full of himself ever since he got a couple really nice cars. Guys, I'm a huge fan of this car right here. Oh my gosh. 190E with the freaking Cosworth engine in it. I do not know the Polish Channel Night Ride. Never heard of it. It's probably not something we get here. Dude, guys, it's a manual. This is sick. The manuals are really rare in the US. The only good Merc? Exactly. Dude, the 190E Evo. The race... Oh, what's up, Opie? What a beautiful car. And it's a manual, dude. These are impossible to find in the US. Oh, man, I really want this car. That chassis is so clean. It is. It makes a perfect race car, dude. You're almost done? What are you almost done with? I thought... Didn't you already post your video? Or did you not? Off topic, but Nick Nocturnal went blonde. Who knows when, and I do not like his hair that way. Interesting. When he died, the city took them because I was too young. Dude, Avalon, that's crazy. They took his cars? Posting another video. Nice. Yeah, Monkey, I hope Steve's doing okay. Tell him I said hello and I miss him. Oh yeah, this is what I was thinking about, guys. I don't care about 0 to 60. This is a car I was kind of looking at considering. You guys know what a Lotus Emira? You guys seen this car? Looks like a little baby supercar. This is a beautiful little car. How much does that cost? Brand new, it's like somewhere between 100 and 115 US. 115K US, something like that. For a new one. You buy a used one, you might be able to get one for like 85 to 95 maybe. It's not a 70s lease. Look, I'm getting old. I want I've had a lot of old cars. Waffle, don't worry about it, dude. But anyway, I want one in blue like this with the black roof. I think this looks sick. I mean, look at that. Well, I had a... Well, Waffle, I had an LC500. Let's just go to... Let's see. LC500 for sale. Just go to Car Gurus. Get out of here. I had one of these. I had it in silver. There's a 2018 for 74 grand, 73 grand. The monkey rages just add flavor to the video. I agree. You are not beating the ball in allegations. Good, the headache is almost bearable with the meds. You sound so nice. Yeah, this car sounds amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hey, look, it's me. Where's this music playing from? What the heck is going on? Oh, is that? Okay, that was weird. Yes, I am willing to buy a car over an OLED, transparent OLED. You are correct. You have a crappy 93 Civic? There's nothing wrong with the Civic. Civic's a great car. I have the game music turned off. It wasn't the game. Another beautiful car. Yeah, this is the car. I used to own a silver one of these. Hold on. I don't want to... It's shocking how a Lexus sounded from the factory.
Go for it.
This is how they sounded from the factory, dude. Yeah, I know. Imagine a stock Lexus sounding like that. It actually sounded way louder than this in person, too. The car sounded so good. Wait, hold on. What's going on? It's literally falling apart at the seams. Slipped on the sidewalks. The city didn't think there needs to be salt in the middle of the city where thousands walk every day. Yeah, Avalon, have you been to the doctor? Head injuries aren't anything to joke around about, so hopefully if you keep having headaches and stuff, you should probably go to the doctor if you haven't been already. You know it's another EV? Let's see what that is. Shouldn't have closed my window. No, no, I hate this. No, you know what's way better? The, hold on. What am I trying to think of? Envision 74. This car is sick. I wish they would make this. Tell me that isn't awesome. Hey, this is an EV. They said they're gonna, but I don't believe them either. Yeah, the Envision. See, Avalon knows. He knows what it's about. No, it's hydrogen fuel cell, which is basically an EV. It's hydrogen fuel cell. It's not hydrogen. gas-powered. It's hydrogen fuel cell. Okay. Alright, I'm just making it clear for everybody else in case they don't know. Was writing it while you were thinking? Exactly. Is it bad that I peeked in my mouth looking at the previous car? No, this is way cooler. Come on, this has got that freaking, like, 80s cyberpunk kind of feel, you know? This is sick. I want this, but with like a turbo 4-cylinder or something in it. It's a DeLorean. This thing is awesome. You want to buy a DeLorean? We've got a bunch around here. They're kind of expensive now for what they are. They're not. It's not a very good car. They look neat, but they're pretty bad cars. Yeah, they're very slow. Very, very slow. Is anybody else streaming? It's time for me to get off here and go eat, guys. You would buy an EV-fied one? Is there anybody for me to raid? Guess we can go to Twitch. There's obviously 6. This guy was pretty cool. Maybe I'll raid this guy. He's playing Arc Raiders. Any of you guys like Arc Raiders?
First cigar, had a few cigar ones before. The first official cigar I did use. My dad smokes a lot of cigars. I've smoked a bunch with him. Pretty used to
How long has he been streaming? 30 minutes, okay. He's smoking a freaking cigar, guys.
What do I get?
F Arc Raiders? Not your cup of tea? What do you guys want? I can go search for somebody random.
What are you trying to craft?
Shh, quiet. Let's go browse. Sims 4 again? We could do Sims, I don't care. No, but CI unfollowed him because he smokes. You're not getting to raid PP again and gets brain... Yeah, I got brain damage the last time that happened for sure. Yeah, don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. You should be getting to bed soon. Alright, let's just do the Sims again. Screw it. Let's find some of these low to high. A lot of the time I don't do one viewer unless I can see they have a camera, because a lot of the time you do one viewer and you try and you go in there and they just aren't talking or anything. So let's scroll down a little. Scroll down to around here. Yeah, good. Smoking is terrible. Shouldn't do it. Oh, hey, the Rick COD is on the Team FPS page. Yeah, well, COD sucks, though, so. Wrapping up Gen 1. See, I don't know what any of this stuff means. I don't know anything about The Sims. It doesn't look like anybody's active in the chat, so let's just nah, hold on. I'm gonna raid this person right here. Scorpio Love 2. They got love in their name, guys. Come on. Let's do this. All right, guys.
Stop trying to grab stuff. Can we
Everybody be nice. If you go in here, be nice. Be cool, all right? But that's it for now, guys. Yep. I'm going to go eat. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. It was really fun. I hope we can do this again, because I enjoyed this. Whoa, Avalon. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think it goes away. But
Don't even joke.
Worse.
It's okay, Opie. You're busy.
Well, no. Okay. Oh, you know what else we gotta do?
Don't even joke about it. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay, guys. Just remember, as always, I am very proud of you,
Online market.
and I love you, and I hope you all have a really good night.
Um,
Bye, everyone.
online pharmacy. We have to get